That's true. That's true. The first three heroes of Army Genesis is looking very, very good. This is pretty much like the first game, changing from Medusa into a Tiny, which is also tanky, and the Dragonite as well. Hopefully, TNC is not going to face the same problem as the first one, like lack of the damage. So might have to look for some of the damage dealer. I believe from now on the Army Genesis, all the band will be all the hard carries with physical damage. So Monkey gone and Templar Assassin. What else left?
Yeah, we saw PA last game. Maybe TNC want to pick their carry now. They've still got their carry in mid left. I like the Shadow Demon pick a lot. I mentioned, percent-based damage, Soul Catcher's one good way to kind of go about that. Not to mention, I feel like Demonic Purge can be pretty effective this game.
Dire team pick.
And here we're going to see Terrorblade, heavy physical damage. That's TB's motto, You come near this guy with him and his illusions and meta up, and he will shred you to pieces.
Oh my goodness. What a hard game for both sides. Army Genesis still got 2 more slots to counter the situations from TNC Predator.
5 seconds
now
remaining.
we have TNC just lack all their mid laner. There are plenty
Radiant
of options
team
in the pool. Oh, a partner. You
Ooh.
mentioned about the partner draft in the second game, and now we see here in the third game.
They like the Womi Pugna. It's almost always the offlane. He's like a level 30 master tier Pugna player. This guy spams this hero in pub, so
10
he's a bit of a
seconds
specialist. Probably means DK's going mid. At the same time, they
5
can kind of
seconds
flex the
remaining.
Tiny. Tiny could be the second support, or it could be a carry. So Army Geniuses will at least leave TNC guessing a little bit with where some of their heroes are going.
Oh my. 50 seconds into the reserve time for Team TNC Predator. Febby gonna be the drafter. I mean, if they want to pick some high mobility mid laners, they might have to start banning something now. I think Ember Spirit, it's not a bad idea for your way as well. Let's take a look at some stats here.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Yeah, if not the Ember, I'm wondering what else could be possible. Definitely having some kind of catcher hero to go jumping in for kills with Sand King. Like, we don't want that scenario where, like, game 1 with the Storm, he would dive the backlines and no one could follow him up. I think, the same thing with the Sand King. You want someone else to kind of be able to follow the Sand King in. The supports are not really these heroes that follow in. TB does okay, but I think realistically, like, those Spirit-type heroes can start to look pretty good here. For either team, but definitely like an Ember pick for TNC would make a lot of sense here.
Yeah, Ricky, last ban. Or I think they might looking for something like a puck. Is it possible?
10 seconds remaining.
Puck is
For TNC,
yeah, for
5
TNC.
seconds
Yep.
remaining.
definitely possible. I think just
Radiant
getting more
team
damage, getting more follow-up. Basically, some hero to make sure you kill whoever Sand King goes on. And they go Kunkka, so pretty good damage, but also you get some tankiness. So this Kunkka in the front lines has a lot of control that you can dish out. You can always, long-range way to cancel the life drain, theoretically, and can just cause some problems
10
and chaos in these
seconds
fights, and really buff up your whole team with that Coco's Rum from the Ghost Ship, your
5
ultimate, like make the
seconds
TB
remaining.
even more unkillable.
Yeah, I mean, Genesis. I agree with you. Kunkka in the last pick seems to be a good one for Team TNC Predator. Army Genesis. Down to the last 20 seconds before the most important game of the series, or probably the most important game of the tournament for them, and with a lifestealer last pick, Army Genesis.
Oh, wow. This is going to feel... I feel like both teams are going... Lifestealer into TB. That's usually not a matchup you want to play. TB typically is picked up as a hero to counter the Lifestealer, so I'm a bit surprised to see that one come out. I also just feel like Army Geniuses aren't getting much damage out of this Lifestealer pick, so I'm curious to see how it works out. It is good against the Kunkka. I think that's the key thing here. They looked at Kunkka, Sand King. Playing Lifestealer into these tanky strength heroes is a lot of, sustain from your feast. if the rest of your team can do with the TB, this lifestealer pick is going to look really good.
Yeah, that was a very good point of view, pointing out about the picking a lifestealer into the into the Terrorblade by Young God, but I think it all comes down to the laning phase, the first 5 minutes of the game. Womi is going to play big part in this equation through Pugna. Can he just shut down the farm of Young God by pressuring the towers and seeking for some kills inside? Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I think Pugna DK gives you a lot of pushing potential. They need their lanes to go well, though. I think Tiny support is susceptible to having lanes go poorly. It's very hit or miss. Like if you get those tossbacks, or this hero isn't being played much as a support anymore, just because he got nerfed a lot, like the toss cast range and many other things about the hero, just being constantly tweaked. So, if they can do okay in this Tiny's lane, suddenly Pugna DK are going to start putting a lot of pressure on the building.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the game. The last game of the series between Team TNC versus Army Genesis. We have Febby on Viva, Carlo on Child Demon, Your Way on Kanka, Bok on Sand King, and Young God on Terrorblade for Army Genesis on the Dire side. DB on Lifestealer, Varese on Grimstroke, Sura on Dragonite, Naman on Tiny, and Womi on Pugna. Ooh, look at that, gods. They're running into each other right away. Oh, okay. They start with disruption on the Lifestealer. Need to add the rage to his skill just to be alive, but he's still being catched by the Burrow Strike. 5v5 right off the bat. It's gonna be DB. DB one hit, it was hit by the Torrent, and DB gone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're still seeing some body block on the back line. Varese getting harassed a lot. Femi doing a very good job. Oh, and another mistake. Oh my.
He got his items, but running his creep. Forgot about the courier. They get the first blood, and it's onto Yowe's Kunkka. So getting first blood on your mid laner always feels fantastic. He has a bracer coming out on the courier. So very good start for TNC.
Very good start indeed. Let's see how many Boundary Rune they're gonna get. I think it's 2. Oh, 3 for Team TNC. AG only get 1. What a good start for TNC. First blood, more Boundary Runes, dream start.
Like, Varus in the mid lane gets poked at, but they don't have the damage to kill him with the 2 supports, so we'll see. Weaver go play in the safe lane, and Shadow Demon head towards top. The one, they get the first blood. The one downside is you've committed to level 1 disruption, which is not the best spell. It's also not maybe the worst. You've also got level 1 Torrent on Kunkka. Again, not the worst thing. You can still use it to, secure creeps, harass, maybe even secure some denies. He uses it just there, gets a deny out of it. So
yeah, and also the level 1 rage.
Yes, exactly. Both sides picking some level 1 spells that usually you're like, do you really want this level 1?
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird level 1 ever. Now I am looking at the, there are so many lanes I have to look at. Even middle lane I've got some potential to, have something happen.
Nope.
But
Don't worry, you call first blood, you're good.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I already had the first blood, so I no miss. Okay.
Yeah.
I can relax now.
100%.
Yeah.
Never missed first blood in your life.
Today.
Look, every day is a new day of your life. So my life begun this morning when I woke up. Tomorrow's a new life.
Yeah. All right. Febby dropping quite low. He's getting harassed a lot by the Womi, I think, Nether Blast, and also the Avalanche and a Toss. This is quite dangerous, even for the TB, heroes with a very high armor at the start. But if your positioning is, as you can see, Naman is gonna come around. All right, Naman. Okay, toss it back. Then what? Into the Nether Blast.
Try again.
Okay, luckily Young God got this stick.
Yeah. We're seeing this become pretty standard for most cores. Get that magic stick as a starting item in the side lanes, at least, with all the spells that get spammed out. Well, he's a bit low on mana here. Has the stick and some mango, but has used up most of his blasts.
Alright, it's gonna be quite hard for AG to kill anyone in this lane anyway. I think what they can do is just try to pressure the tower with the nether blast, making it near. Okay, some fight happening on top and I missed that. Seems to be a good clean kill by the TNC side.
In the mid lane, DK is kind of struggling to get last hits. He is now under his tower, now getting some decent ones, but he's also not able to secure all of these. He's only got 4 last hits to the 11 of Kunkka.
2-0 now for Team TNC.
On.
Middle lane, a little bit of the fight with the Dragon Tail and doing some body block. Hey. Yo way. Taking a lot of the damage from the tower.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kunkka's the one with the CS advantage, with DK getting denied a lot here. Oh, nice from DK, gets 2 range creeps denied.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
In the first 5 minutes of the game, seems to be in control of Team TNC. They're doing quite well in lanes. Bottom lane doing pretty fine at 16 last hit compared to a 13 last hit of Volmi. I think Young God doing such a great job there. And they sending in Febby with the Gucci. Hey, Febby, Nether Blast! Oh, a mistake, but actually he traded his life with a core, which is a very good trade for Team TNC.
Absolutely. And Young God gets the solo XP for the kill, so in some ways it's like, it's even better. Now Febby, will just do typical support things. He can TP mid to refill Kunkka's bottle, or he can just come back bottom to keep healing up his TP. He's probably asking Yoei, like, do you want me to TP mid or not? And it doesn't look like he needs it, so he'll come back bottom. Good stuff for this TP's lane. Like, often you hear that's kind of this greedy carry that can have a bad laning stage, but looking like TNC have done a good job making sure Young God gets some good farm.
Yeah, and just like you mentioned in the draft, that picking a lifestealer into a TP is, well, disadvantage in a way already. But if you have the good early games for Team Army Genesis, we can overlook this disadvantage of the carries. But the thing is, they are not doing so well in the first 5 minutes of the game for Army Genesis. They even get dived in here. Bob playing super aggressive, Sand King. Trying to find a target behind the top tier 1 tower. I think they went in a little. Oh, wait.
Very low.
DB, very low. There's nothing you could do over there. He's stuck at the corner. Deep, dark corner. That's where he's gonna lay with a barrel strike. Oh no, DB. Inkswell, can he get something back? At least get a kill. Who? Oh, it's Carlo though.
I thought perhaps I'd learn a thing or two.
Get the revenge kill, but they lose their carry, so I don't think they'll feel too great about that. Great job by TNC. Buck just hunting him down in the trees with his buddy there, stacking up all those poisons, and that's at least a little bit of a worry for Army Genius that their lifestealer is having a really rough time in the lanes.
Do you see his mentality just now? He's just like, man, we gotta go in or we die.
Mid lane.
Yeah, mid the lane. The first attempt to gang that Dragon Eye. He's still looking pretty healthy though. The support comes in. Nama trying to help him, but this time Dragon Eye get hit by the ghost ship, and his fault.
Can't get away from that one. All you need is that 1 point in X, and it guarantees that ghost ship setup. And TNC with a nice little rotation, bringing the supports in, knowing that DK had kind of overstepped his lane, going on the enemy side of the river, and now they're gonna maybe try and poke at and pressure this mid tier 1 tower even.
Your way level 6. Torrent, in order to welcome the DK back into the lane, he turned himself into the Elder Dragon form, Green Dragon. Naman was too far away to do the trick, the avalanche and the toss. Febby fighting with the support, so Varys a little bit in too deep for Febby, but he still can shoot Gucci away. Doing such a great job there, wasting time of Team Army Genesis.
Barely living, but he had the 10 stick charges to use during the toss, and luckily Febby does get out.
I kind of worry about DB on top, man. He can't have a good time farming at all. Always being pressured by the Bok. And Bok now level 6. Burrow strike first.
Epicenter.
Epicenter for the first time. He's just gonna eat up this support alive. Barry's gone behind the top tier 1 tower. And they also drag the creep wave away.
Yeah. It's not the carry kill, but it means the carry is left alone, so DB is going to feel under pressure. There's creeps pushing into his tower. There's 3 TNC heroes up here. Even though Febby's low in health, it just feels like they've, yeah, they're going to keep pressuring it.
Okay,
Gets
turn
forced
on the
to
range.
rage DB out.
Oh, just before he
no.
teleports away. What a timing.
Oh. Yeah, the rage lasts 3 seconds. Bok times it perfectly. Febby's just going to feed the tower on purpose. So level 1 rage, 3 seconds. TP duration, 3 seconds. So unless you like shift Q it, there's going to be like a 0.1 second window where you can stun before the TP goes off.
0.1? Wow.
He nails that timing perfectly. That is very hard to do. So really impressive by Bok to catch him.
Man, and look at the tower about to go down. At first I thought it's gonna be Pugna who get the first tower, but well, the creep wave management at the bottom lane of Team TNC are just so good. Always keep the creeps away. So now Womi need to start damaging the tower by spamming a random data blast on the tower. Yeah.
Yep. He's gonna start getting work on it. I think knowing that TB's left the lane in the jungle. They don't mind giving up this tower. They want to defend it as long as possible. And Febby's like, I'll happily take some farm, some XP. But realistically, like, the TB wants to just get the most farm he can, which will not... Like, this bottom lane is the most dangerous place in the map to be. That's why Febby's there, because he's got Chikuchi, and he's also a support. If he dies, not a big deal.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. 3 heroes of Team Army Genesis up at the bottom lane. Go straight for the tower.
Bounty.
Started off with a disruption. Burrow strike inside and aiming for the Dragon Knight. The hard target is right here. Avalanche and the Toss. Naaman. Okay. Varys is going to join the team fight. They might go for round 2 here. Grouping up once again. Womi. Life drain. Middle lane. Oh, okay. What happened over there? Life stealer. Oh, splashes it all. My goodness.
Whoa. That was so... He hit him with the boat combo. He had rage up and everything, but he torrented before the boat hit, so he couldn't use the rage.
Oh, a fight happening and down at the bottom once again. Bok waiting for his cooldown for the next Burrow swipe, but he being thrown into that partner. He used the epicenter. He knows that he's not gonna make it, but epicenter actually works so well. He died because of the light drain. Womi coming in with the full HP, spamming Nether Blast, forcing everyone up Team TNC away. Febby back into the triangle of Team Army Genesis, and there goes the fight.
Yeah. It's nice to get the Sand King, but it does feel like things are falling apart. Yoe getting that solo kill and life steal was just so well played. Mechanically, Yoe, like his skills, I think have never been doubted like in the laning stage early game. Like he's very good mechanically. It's more like sometimes his mid-game decision making where it feels like he falls short. But so far this game, he has been crushing it. 3-0, top of net worth. TB also getting a lot of free farm this game. Everything going right for TNC when it comes to how this game is started for a Game 3 decider.
Yeah, exactly. What you said about the Yoe. Yeah, he's so good mechanical wise, but it's all about the mid-game to late-game decision making. It's just maybe just only today it looked weird. But yeah, it's good to see that he come back quite strong in the 3rd game, which is important game of the series against Team Army Genesis. But hey, it's still too soon to say who's gonna come out of this one alive. I believe that in the middle game, that's gonna be fights and bloodshed for sure.
Gonna see TNC look to keep fighting. They're smoked up. They're bringing in the Kunkka now. He's got maxed out X. Who's he gonna find?
Oh, they see they start the fight with the toss. And then link it up with a soul bind. Lock 2 target down inside. Needle blast, everything. Oh, wombo combo, very beautiful. Toss it back, and killing spree ended. Nice try back this one by Team Army Genesis. They want to take more.
Yeah, they just ran right into a soul bind and double silence. Kunkka couldn't get a spell off without getting Ghost Ship off. That just, you know, he's not that tanky. Even with 1800 health, they have a lot of magic damage, and they're not done. They found Bok too.
Oh,
Life
okay.
drain. Bok can't get away.
Not gonna make it for Bog. Die in the Nether Blast. And roaming signature hero strikes again. He's now on a killing spree. And he is going to push the mid tier 1 tower very fast along with that green dragon.
Radiant's middle tower
It
is
feels
under
like
attack.
TNC kind of threw away the advantage. Like the smoke play is okay, but I think they need to bring more heroes, and they're like 2 heroes smoking into like 3 or 4 enemy heroes. And yeah, this Kunkka is like the strongest hero on the map, but when someone gets BKB, you can't be, you know, running into all these enemy heroes like that when they have so much magic and spell damage.
Hey, do you believe in dragon?
That dragons exist?
Scanning.
Yeah. Sort of. How do you define a dragon?
I don't know. Maybe a lot of legs and can fly.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I believe in those things.
Yeah.
I mean, dinosaurs were kind of dragons, right? Like a pterodactyl,
yeah.
that's dragon-like.
Yeah. That's yeah. Good point.
As far as do dragons exist on our current planet, I would lean towards no.
But I thought dinosaur gone before even there's a man. You see?
Yes, the asteroid came and knocked him out, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Depending who you believe.
Yeah.
Or
Febby.
maybe they just...
Oh, always into D for Febby. He always worked like an agent on the behind the enemy line, seeking for the careers, killing it.
The interesting choice, Febby going
Radiant's
rushing and
bottom tower
Aghanims,
is
no
under
other
attack.
items. This is like old school. Like we haven't seen much Aghanim rushing or Weaver.
Or Cyclopz start to fight down the river, aiming for the Dragon Eyes and in some gold ship. He dropped to 20% HP. Can Azura survive? He's trying to deal the damage before he goes out. So Bias comes out. DB starts scratching people. It's your way falls. Okay, seems to be a good one for Team Army Genesis. We have Bok on the higher ground, but he's being found immediately by the whole team of Team Army Genesis. So they have one more double kill for Varese.
Breeze just owning them with his soulbinds, silences, reapplying it. Like, oh man, that fight was just.
Radiant's middle tower
It looked
is under
good
attack.
initially for TNC. Like Dragonite limped in too aggressively, got
Radiant
like
structures are
kind of bursted down. He survived for long enough that Varese could get off all these spells and just wreak havoc on that fight.
Yeah, I think his
TNC's
positioning.
getting overconfident.
Yeah, I think his positioning is also good in this game. That's not an easy way to find him in a team fight. He always stays behind the trees and all those stuff. Hey, not this time. He looks like he gonna get stuck in the burrows right here. Varese, however, he stays in the front line. The Inkswell on himself. Oh, what a decision making. He knows that Womi is behind him and he can do the life drain friendly to just save the HP.
Yeah, it feels like this Pugnat and Grimstroke are the problem, and the TNC had kind of getting baited into going on these frontline heroes like the DK, the Tiny. These heroes with 2,000 health who get healed up and bailed out. Like what the
Radiant's
Grimstroke and
middle
Pugna do in
tower
these
is under
fights
attack.
compared to how tanky they are is like incredible. It's his 900 health Pugna,
Yeah.
but he goes ignored because of his good positioning.
Oh.
Radiant's middle tower
10
is
to
under
11
attack.
game score, only 1k ahead. At first, we thought it was a great early game for Team TNC, but once again, that when we get into the middle game, Army Genius seems to be
Radiant's middle tower
more
has
in
fallen.
control than
Dire's
Team
top tower
TNC.
is under
I think they
attack.
might have to start from area control for TNC, start from the warding game. Because there were so many times that the big team fight happens, they don't have visions there, but AG has. Right now, AG strike at the bomb lane near the bomb tier 2 tower, and a tip on Febby.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower
tip is because
under
they
attack.
scouted him. He's playing behind the tier 2 tower looking for careers.
Yeah, he's here.
Febby's in full spy mode, as you mentioned.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, gathering
Army Genius
information.
is they're just assassins. They're just going around running and gunning, getting kill after kill.
But also they need to concern
Radiant are
about
scanning.
the objective too. They only get 2 towers at the end. Young God on top. Okay.
And TP has been free farming. Like early game, he was like 3rd, 4th on net worth. Now he's number 1 by a pretty good margin. And Lifesteal is not farming all too well. So definitely this time around, game one is like TNC had this early start and then fell off. This time they had an early start and fell off, but they've got a proper plan B. They've got a TB going late game, whereas game one they had the Luna who could never beat a Medusa. This time around, I think even though they've lost their early game lead, their TB in late game is a problem. And he's looking for kills top.
Yeah, on top, Parasite catching it, turn on the raid, and he's just gonna do the same trick, teleport away, waste the epicenter.
No. They couldn't quite chain stun. They were a little bit slow with the torrent there. Lifesteal just surviving through it. A tiny bit of status resist, maybe? I don't know, did he have the Sanj? I'm not sure, because that maybe saved his life. Because they couldn't quite change. They needed the torrent to land after the Burrow Strike, but they couldn't quite get it.
Well, one thing about that I like about Team Army Genesis is they have the tiny ass position too. So at a very late game, they also can turn that tiny into a physical damage dealer. But at the same time, TNC also got a Weaver, which is getting closer and closer to an Aghanim Scepter. Only 1.5k gold away for Febby. He earned most of his money killing careers. Yeah.
Very true. Professional career hunter.
Yeah.
They're gonna try again up top, maybe. Maybe they'll learn from their past.
Okay. Maybe turn on the rage and do the same trick. No, he's still on cooldown. Get into the creeps and get away. Okay.
Yeah, this time they didn't have the Kunkka for the chain stun. Well, I say chain stun, they messed up the chain stun last time because that lifesteal surviving last time was definitely a misexecution. Nice disruption save mid.
Yeah, they're jumping in and trying to die for that Kunkka. He's dropping quite low. Nice save with the disruption. It's gonna be Naman instead who falls. But hey, the fight's not over yet. Let's go for round 2. Dragon Eye is right here, spamming a lot of Molotov, and it's killing spree. It's time to push the mid tier to tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a nice retaliation kill in the mid lane, so a lot of pressure coming from Army Genius as they want this tower. They've got the DK Fireball, so he's got some nice extra damage output from his Aghanim Shard. And they're just posturing, waiting for another Blink initiation while they keep spamming this mid tower with the Nether Blast.
I just love that Fireball. What a bright spell it is. Yeah. Very bright. Here we go. The games is building up slowly for now, but it looks like it's Army Genesis most of the time attack on Team TNC. Okay. Avalanche and a toss. Oh, man, miss it all. Toss him back. Needle blast down to the river. Kunkka throw himself in the front line, turn to the BKB. X-Matter spot, trying to aim for the Varese, but there's no follow-up. That's, I mean, yeah, they don't have anyone who can jump into the back line and catch all those supports. Only have Bok, but most of the time, Bok needs to fight in the front line as well. And right now, he's getting gone on here. Dragon Tail being waited for him. The Nader Blast and also the Life Drain. Bok about to fall. Oh, just a little bit. Oh, finally, he down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's the Grimstroke again. This Phantom just hunting people.
Yeah.
Killing them as it wears off. And TNC is just not quite executing cleanly. Like these initiations, they're missing their combos. They miss an X-Boat. Another toss back. Norman. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good X.
Safe with the disruption. It's it. Nope. Oh, but time the TB joining the team fight. It's time for the Grand Cannon, ladies and gentlemen. Moving in. TB. But he's still kind of far ahead from the target. Soulbind connected 2 cores together for Team TNC. At the same time, now Febby got some free time attacking on the bomb tower.
Yeah, and they use Metamorph and just kill nobody. I don't really feel like you feel great about this. Weaver's just not contributing because of this Aghanim's Rush. I feel like there's a reason Weaver stopped going this build. It got nerfed so much and it's such a slow build-up. When Dota, this game is so fast-paced, and you know, if your Weaver has a Medallion, an Atos, there's a lot of other things he can have an impact with and earn.
Look at that. Man, constantly attacking on Team TNC. What a great attacking game played by Team Army Genesis. Avalanche and the Taunt this time around. Kill Young God real quick.
No chance to get out of there. They are just constantly hunting. Narman's Tiny 2-1 and 10. Womi's Pugnet's just been destroying as well, and they're not done. They got another toss back.
Yeah, starts it back into Asura and also Womi. 2 cores ready to punish. Baby falls. And it looks like Womi is already weak and sick. And don't underestimate the power of Pugna in late game if you keep feeding on him. He'll be quite strong. Avalanche and a toss. Nether Blast is back. See the damage output from that Womi. And finish it off with a breath fire.
They're just chain feeding. It's like the domino. One guy goes in, he dies. The next guy goes in, he dies. They're just taking turns. It feels like TNC have not had a team fight or started a fight themselves in the longest time. Like they tried to a little bit with Yoe in the mid lane, but just some poor execution. And Ami Chinos have done such a good job punishing everything. This lifesteal is just not even like getting involved yet. He put up to the Terrorblade and overpassed him when before he was behind by like 2,000 gold. So. TNC, I feel like this game, they had this big early game lead, and they kind of messed things up in the mid game.
Yeah, I think it's about the concentrations of the player, and I think that this is the time where Febby needs to step in, pick his teammate up, and hey, look, okay, chill, we still got chance, let's do this 1, 2, 3 together, yeah. So the team can be on the same direction once again, because I feel like in the past couple of minutes where they do the chain dying, they have no direction at all. People just been all over the place. One guy want to push on the bottom lane. The Febby want to attack the bottom tier 1 tower. Middle lane, one farming in the triangle, getting attacked by Team Army Genesis. As we all see, most of the time in the past 10-minute fights, TNC barely fight as 5. So we need to make that thing happen.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is, you mentioned Febby and what he was doing. This guy, he's the captain. He's the leader who needs to be leading them in game. And his team's trying to make plays without him. I think, typically your fight position is involved in every single, fight in the early to mid game because that's your job. But because he's been farming this Aghanim Scepter, he's not been actively in these fights and able to help his team make goals. His team has been trying to make these plays without Febby, and players like Yoe are just a lot more inexperienced than Febby, and I think rushing this Aghanim Scepter has hurt them. I think one because the item, I don't know how much this item's going to help them. It's a 500 cast range. When Tiny tosses someone in, how's Weaver going to time lapse them? They're too far away, and it's also hurt them just because Febby's not been there to help stop the feeding that's been happening for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, the 500 range is going to hurt Febby himself so much. He has to risk his life going in. And let's take a look at this one first for an example. Can he save him? Febby moving. Okay, time left. That looks good. But Febby himself about to go down, and he is the first one who falls, and in some gold ship as well. The rest of Team TNC being attacked right in front of their own base. And nice still Menace doing the thunder. So that is going to force Army Genesis back. No! Avalanche on 3, jumping up to the high ground and aim on him. They know that TB doesn't have any ultimate left, so no thunder. Young God die in front of the tier 4 towers. There are consequences of the misappearance of Pepe, and these are consequences. We are down to the mid tier 3 tower. They are about to lose the first set of brags.
There's a reason they were banning Yoe's Pugna in the previous game. I'm sorry, Womi's Pugna in the previous games, and we're seeing it here. This guy is just having a hell of a showing. 8-1 and 12. The Tiny as well. The 4% Tiny, I feel like, has not looked great during SEA DPC, but here it's looking amazing.
Yeah.
As Rax uncontested after crushing the team fight. Nothing you can do. Febby's trying to, once again, cut some waves, snipe some couriers. He gets scouted out doing this, though. It just doesn't feel like TNC as a team are on the same page this game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wow. I hate to say that this is, it is because of the lack of appearance of Febby in the first game, but I would like to say that imagine if Febby was there, sending in some bugs, and now he got caught. Okay. And sending in some bugs and maybe trying to do some Shugushi, the formations of Team Army Genesis will be harder to form. But as we can see, all the supporters of Team
Radiant's
Army
courier has been killed.
Genesis is so comfy this game. No pressure at all on Varese. That's the reason why he has 6 kills. And now they attacking on Team TNC once again. They have to do something to stop that.
Well, so that last fight, yeah, man, the time lapse wasn't even a game changer. It did initially save his teammate's life, but he got team wiped nonetheless. And then done. Youngo gets jumped mid.
Oh man, bind on 2. This is not looking good. TB turn on the BKB just teleport away. No choice left for him. So his teammate gonna get slain here one by one. First one is Bog. Wicked sick already. They are about to take down the top tier tower. Nothing much TNC could do about at this moment.
They're gonna cut their losses. They've only lost 1 this time. Last fight, I think they learned from last fight, like, hey, if we look to re-engage, things can get ugly. They do have Metamorphosis up, but it does feel like they just want to reset. But that's gonna give Army Geniuses a chance to just take Roshan for free. But I just don't think there's anything TNC can do about this one.
Oh. Alright. This is going to be the first edit of the game. Oh, okay, 27 minutes. Who's gonna hold it? I think it's gonna be a life stealer.
Yeah, I think that's your safest bet. Just have Lifestealer stop pushing high ground with the Aegis.
And Womi stays behind, healing people with the life drain. And also spamming Nether Blast and also the Nether Ward. Oh man, there are so many problems when it comes to the team fight for Team TNC to be concerned of. They have to find that Nether Ward and kill it as well. It's so painful.
Very tricky. They need to find some way to jump on those backline heroes, but they just don't really have the best draft for it.
Do you think if we change from Kunkka into some spirit, situation is going to be better for Team TNC?
It would be different. I don't feel like the draft was necessarily the problem here. They just are getting outplayed by Army Geniuses. But I think the spirits make this easier to play in the mid to late game because you have a really good way to just jump in and kill the support or kill heroes like Pugna. Like Kunkka, I wouldn't say is great against Pugna. Like yeah, you can cancel the life drain with the charm because he's standing still, but you don't really ever threaten to kill the Pugna. So I think getting a hero that can jump the Pugna and really, you know, kill him is always going to be your best bet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now the soul booster. Seems like. And even though they hold the edges, but they are going to play this one slow for Army Genesis. They know that this game is very crucial for them and they want 100% win rate, win probability. Oh, look at the win prob right now, 98% on AG and only 2% on TNC.
Yeah.
I personally think TNC still got a chance to come back. It just that terribly need to do a maximum damage in team fight. And a good setup by all the initiators of TNC, Sand King, and also follow up with the Ghost Ship.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's still Terrorblade in the late game, so there's still scaling potential. But they gotta defend their base.
Fireball comes out, going straight on the tower. Top tier 3 tower in danger, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking good. Sand King, Avalanche connected. But Tiny was stopped by the disruption, sending some Ghost Ship. They all aim on the Sand King, and Soulby connected Sand King into that Kunkka too. Oh no, Bog about to fall. Bog falls. Let's take a look at the buyback status. Does he have? No. And they are now striking on the barracks. If they lose the second set of barracks, it would be hard for TNC to come back in the last game of the series. Melee racks.
Weaver's not even there. Baby's just split pushing. I don't know what's going on, but TNC are not playing as a team.
Oh my goodness! And Carlo falls. Now Febby is already back. He's a little bit too late. They lost 2 members. They lost Melee racks. Going in, Avalanche and the toss. It seems like the front liner getting stomped all the time by these guys. Oh man, Naman, what a great game of his life on this one. A Tiny. Your way being stopped by the disruption. He trying to save
nice
teammates.
toss.
A Burrow Strike comes out. Yeah, now DB still holding on at Aegis. Going straight in. He was hit by the epicenter, but he gonna come back full HP, full mana because of the Aegis. Naman hanging around. What a great setup by him in so many kills in this game. Let's take a look at the toe-to-toe fight against between DB and Young God. DB to use the Thunder.
He just BKBs for a lifesteal. I don't know what you're BKBing for a lifesteal. A lot of individual plays that just aren't on point for TNC, not to mention the teamwork and coordination, whereas AG just game plan and they stick to it. They just team fight so much better than TNC. TNC just, you know, they're playing like the intro boys. They've got these great early game, and in the mid game they're just falling apart. 3 games in a row where they win the lanes, and 2 they throw away their lead.
Oh my god. Still have the Thunder. Let's see if he got a chance to do so. No. The answer is no, and it was replied by Womi. Finish him off with a life drain, and Native Blast is killing the throne and sending. Oh my goodness, AG. What a great last game it is. And a wrong strategy from Team TNC. It's a GG call, ladies and gentlemen. Army Genesis won over Team TNC 2-1 and finished the series in style.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
That Army Genius is like, you know, the lanes don't go great, but they hold their composure. They manage to always bounce back and have these great team fights. Game 3, they bust out their Pugna again. The DK was also a really key pick for them. Both game 1 and 3, they managed to get their hands on it. In both their wins, it was banned out in the one game they lost. It feels like that just is a hero for Azure that really fits their playstyle. Not a super impressive game from DB this game. He got shut down pretty well, but the fact they could crush this game despite DB getting shut down really speaks to how well Army Geniuses were playing.
Wow, what a series in overall, man. We get to see so many things in this series. A team fight, tactics, drafting strategies, and a signature heroes of Womi like Pagna. What a great series it is. I mean, if you miss this one live, feel free to just hop in to the YouTube channel or watching the video or rerun of this match on twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit. Well, that's it for the first game of the day, first match of the day. We still have the Division 1 matches coming up, right, Gods?
We do. We got 2 of them. I believe there's Fnatic versus Enigma Galaxy.
Ooh.
But before that, SMG versus Neon Esports.
All right. So, well, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I am going to pass you guys into the studio for the Division 1 matches of Southeast Asia Intense Dota. Thank you so much. See you guys around.